Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Oh my god, I've always wanted to say that. And here I am. I'm saying it. You know, I always used to joke about saying that. Like in real life, I'd be like, welcome back to my channel. But now it's real. Anyway, how y'all doing? It is Saturday here in Minnesota. I know, I'm doxing myself. I live in Minnesota. Supposed to get a big old storm this weekend. That'll be exciting. I mean, it's Minnesota. Of course, we're still getting snow in March. We should probably still get snow in April as well. But anyway, so in today's video, I am making Chipotle at home, essentially. And y'all are probably gonna be like, girl, what are you doing? I thought that quite a few times when I was making this as well. Also, I have a very specific Chipotle order. Nobody asked, but I'm gonna tell you. I always get like white rice. I switch up the protein. It's either gonna be chicken or steak. Do y'all have the chorizo when it was there? Oh, that stuff was so good. Love chorizo. But anyway, so I always get rice, protein. Sometimes I'll get beans. Sometimes I get black beans. And I'll get red salsa. I love the red salsa. Again, spicy chef Mike here. And then, what do I get? Sour cream, cheese, and that's it. That's my typical order. I know, it's kind of plain, but that's just kind of how I like it. And if you don't like that, that's okay. You know, because that order works for me and my family. I've been watching too much YouTube, y'all. All of this to say, welcome to my second video for this channel. Well, my second long video. I've been making shorts, check those out. All of that to say, I'm making Chipotle tonight, so let's go. All right, so we're starting off with our rice because we want to get that cooking. I have 2 cups of rice here with about a little over 2.5 cups of water. I'm throwing in a teaspoon of salt and a bay leaf. And then we're just gonna press start and white rice on my rice cooker. Having a rice cooker is gonna make things just so much easier and I don't have to worry about the rice. Well, I'm making a seasoning blend for my chicken. I already mixed everything in this little ramekin. I got salt, garlic powder, onion powder, cumin, chili powder, smoked paprika, cayenne pepper, and black pepper. And basically I did a teaspoon of everything, except for all the peppers and the smoked paprika. So the smoked paprika, cayenne pepper, and the black pepper, I did half a teaspoon. And I have 3 chicken breasts in a bowl right here. I'm gonna pour in some olive oil. I'm just gonna get all that chicken coated. We're gonna put our spice mixture on here and just mix it up. And here we go, everything's all mixed up. I'm gonna leave the chicken out on the counter, just covered up with some plastic wrap. I want the chicken to marinate, but also I want it to come to room temperature because you want your meat to come to room temperature so that it cooks evenly. Right here, I have my stainless steel pan with some avocado oil and I'm just heating that up. I didn't really measure the olive oil. I may have used too much. I did do like 1 or 2 turns in the pan. All right, so I'm getting my pan screaming hot because I want a really good sear on this chicken. We want thunderous applause. All right, so I flipped over my chicken. The sear isn't quite where I want it to be, but that's okay. It's a learning curve. So after I flip the chicken, I'm gonna turn down the heat to about medium. After turning the chicken a few times, I threw in some chicken stock, and now I'm just gonna cover it and let the chicken cook. And here I am, I'm getting the cilantro ready for the rice. Can you see my Sweet Martha's little cookie bucket? I like to use that as the thanks for coming bucket. I got that from Amberelle, RIP. Ugh, I love her. All right, so I'm just chopping up some cilantro here to get ready to put it in the rice. I know, I definitely need to work on my knife cuts, but you know, that's what we're here for. We're just practicing everything. All right, so the chicken has reached 165 internal temp and it's ready to rest. So I'm putting it on this plate to rest and covering up with foil. Now let's get into the rice. Our rice is done. Looks so nice. I'm just gonna fluff it up really quick using this rice spatula. And then we're gonna throw in some cilantro, mix it up there. You know, I did realize it was a bit difficult to mix everything up in the actual rice cooker basket basin. So, you know, you trial and error. All right, so now I'm using a whole lime. So I'm just squeezing all the lime juice into the rice. The chicken is rested and I've just cut it all up. I know, it definitely looks a bit messy, but you know, we're just eating at home. And really easy, I just threw a can of seasoned black beans into a pot to warm it up. Super easy. All right, and we're ready to create our little Chipotle bowl slash plate. So I got some of the rice. I'm taking some chicken here. This is me struggling to use one hand to serve while filming. I know, I'm struggling. Feel free to let me know in the comments how you feel about me struggling. Or if you've ever struggled like me as well to pour things onto a plate. All right, so I'm just taking some beans here, putting that on as well. And now we're gonna put in some queso. This is just the toast, I think it's the Tostitos salsa con queso in the jar. I love it. I just thought it would be fun. Now I'm throwing in some salsa. This is just some red gold salsa. I do eventually want to make my own salsa. I just need to get a food processor. So once I get that, we're gonna make our own salsa. Now I'm throwing in some Mexican blend Kraft shredded cheese on top. And for the finishing touch, I am topping everything with some crushed up Tostitos tortilla chips. And looky here, we are done. It doesn't look that pretty, but it was delicious. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you'll like, subscribe, and comment. I'm very excited to like make these videos. It's been really fun for me so far. I want to keep it very consistent. I have a lot of ideas. I'm very excited. So I'll see you next time. Bye.